The first women's race at the final round was won by Steffi Lai, with Chiara Fontanesi second, Larissa Pampamaya was third, and that was enough for Steffi Lai to clinch her second consecutive World Championship. She didn't go out in moto number 2 though. There was a few problems and riders going down coming out of the turn, but up front, Larissa Pampamaya, she led in the early stages from Chiara Fontanesi, who finished second in the first moto and was on course for possibly taking victory overall in the Grand Prix. She found a way past Pampamaya on the Suzuki, but the little German fought back. A little bit further back, Helen de Winter, number 89, found a way past Francesca Nocera. That was for 4th position. Livia Lancelo was all alone in 3rd place. The win, though, went to Larissa Pampamaya. MX2 race 1. Marvin Muscan put the squeeze on Ken Roczen going into turn 1, but the German held a tight line and came out alongside the now 2-time world champion. Everybody was safely through the first turn, almost. Giacomo Del Segato going down. But up front, Marvin Muscan, he led initially around the first half a lap, but Ken Roczen on the Tech Europe Suzuki found a way through, and the gloves were off. The final round was on, and the 2 best MX2 racers in the world were putting on a great display of racing for the Italian crowd. In 3rd was Van Hoorbeek, and he was coming under pressure from Arnold Tonis in 4th place, but then he made that mistake. Gauthier Paulin also fought through and had a battle with the Swiss Suzuki rider, but Ken Roczen was up front with Marvin Muscan in 2nd position. Van Hoorbeek there on the Kawasaki was 3rd. Paulin had found his way into 4th, having passed the Suzuki rider a moment ago, and it was Arnold Tonis in 5th. But the checkered flag, moto number 1, it was a win for Ken Roczen. MX1 race 1, and David Philipparts was looking to establish himself here. 2nd position in the championship on the line between Clément de Sale on the Suzuki, who, well, he was 3rd going around the first turn, but by the end of the lap he was already into the lead. David Philipparts made a good start but couldn't maintain it, as the 2 KTMs, Max Nagel and Rui Gonçalves, found themselves in a battle for around about 6th position. Clément de Sale, though, he tried with all his might to fend off the challenge from the likes of Sebastian Pourcel and Xavier Bourg, and Steve Ramon, who was on the charge, suddenly found himself coming from 4th position to close up the gap with our leading trio. Pourcel made a move up the inside of Nagel, and that was to go into 2nd position, but it was a win for Ramon. He won from Xavier Bourg, and Pourcel was 3rd. MX2 race 2 again. Marvin Muscan closed the door on Ken Roczen going through turn 1. Gauthier Paulin tried to go around the outside as well and was up there in about 3rd position, but for the first 7 laps it was all about Marvin Muscan. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek crashed spectacularly out of the race on lap 1. His slippery circuit catching out the young Belgian. Zach Osborne found himself in a battle with Arnold Tonis for 4th position in the championship, but up front Marvin Muscan and Ken Roczen had this battle going on for the first half of the race. Roczen tried on 2 occasions before making it stick around the outside of the Frenchman, probably much to the new world champion's surprise. And after that, Ken Roczen was never headed. Marvin Muscan made a mistake and crashed out of the race. Gauthier Paulin survived a very near miss when challenging with Arnold Tonis. And Marvin Muscan had to come in. He had a crash, he had problems with his arm, and did not finish the race. In the end, it was a double moto victory for Ken Roczen. Frossard ended up 2nd from Paulin, Tonis and Osborne. The final race of 2010, MX1 race 2. Max Nagel looked like he made a good start initially, but it was Clément de Sale from Max Nagel and Josh Coppins on the Aprilia. And de Sale riding in a lot of pain after a crash 1 week ago in Lierop, the Grand Prix of the Benelux. We weren't sure if he was going to survive the 2nd moto due to the pain that he was suffering, but he dug deep and rattled a few feathers. But up front, though, Clément de Sale came under pressure from Max Nagel, who also tried to go into the lead. This was for 3rd place in the championship, of course, with David Philipparts. Sebastian Pourcel was having a good ride. He started the opening lap down in 8th position, but before long had worked his way into 2nd place ahead of Max Nagel. But it was a win for Clément de Sale. He won the final race of the year.